Since when this social media madness starts, if you notice some particular group of people then just they very good and narrate the history of other people without even going to find out the history of these people. Then we just enter social media, begin the right rubbish. But the people who get this history, say them get within their father tell them oral history. And maybe do that video talk say oral history and British history. Say which one be the original history? Not the one your papa tell you, now be your real history. So I stumbled on this video again about Ikwerre people, Ikwerre people, and Ogba people. Ikwerre people now come out say this one are waiting their papa tell them. So today, this our friend Rodolph Insight won't tell us about the Ikwerre people. So for those of you where they write history about Ikwerre people, this one now the history from the Ikwerrians. If you be outsider and you know come from Ikwerre land, I expect say you will listen to this one and learn from them. Watch the video.
So we got this at the request of the Ikwerre Social Awareness Forum TV. So welcome to the Ikwerre Social Awareness Forum TV. We've been getting requests from some of our viewers requesting about the history of the Ikwerre people, which made us realize we haven't really gone in depth into the history of the Iwuronha people, and hence brings us to today's discussion, a deep history of the Ikwerre, Ikwerre, and Oba ethnic nationalities of Rivers State. During the reign of Oba Ikwerre I, there was a warrior who served in his palace from a place called Obelaka that is still in Benin till this day. The chief warrior, known as Akalaka, was accused of trying to overthrow the Oba, who was Ikwerre I, around the late 14th to the early 15th century. Because of this accusation, he, Akalaka, his wife, his half-brother Ochichi had to flee with their newborn baby, his name Ikwerre. Now, pay attention. His newborn baby was named Ikwerre. We will get back to this. While on the run, Akalaka settled at what we call River State today. He, Akalaka, waited for roughly over 5 to 9 years for his first wife from Benin to conceive again, but alas, she didn't, which was what prompted him to take a second wife from the Ndoni people. Now, pay attention. Ndoni is still in River State till this day, and this second wife from Ndoni bore him another son, which he called Oba, which is the Oba people, which is why they still call their kings Oba till this day. Now, pay attention. He now has 2 sons who would later be the founders of 2 ethnic nationalities in Rivers State, the Ikwerre ethnics and the Oba ethnics. Now, let's continue. God, in his infinite mercy, opened the womb of his first wife from Benin up again, and she bore him another son, which Akalaka called Iwuronha, or should I say the Ikwerre people. Now, this is where the Ikwerres often get it wrong. You see, according to research, the Benins say the word is Iwuronha, which simply means death shall not take this one away in their own language. But most times, we mispronounce it as Iwuronha, which rightly translates to face of the palace. I have always asked myself as an Ikwerre person though, why there is always the N at the end of Iwuronha. But then again, I guess we'll never know. So, moving on to our discussion. Over time, due to siblings rivalry and disputes, Oba had to go his separate way to found his own kingdom, which is today called the Oba ethnic nationality. Ikwerre stayed back at the place Akalaka settled and also founded the Ikwerre ethnic nationality, and Iwuronha crossed over to the other side of the river in what we call Ikwerre land today and founded his own empire. I guess we can call it that, since it is the largest of all 3 siblings. But here is the twist though. Iwuronha or Ikwerre is not solely made up of the descendants of Iwuronha alone. the brother of Akalaka, who also fled Benin by the name Ochichi, also founded some towns in Ikwerre land. And the two sons of Ikwerre also founded some towns in Iwuronha. So here is a breakdown of the founders of Ikwerre. The last sons of Ikwerre, which are Ikpe and Awala, crossed over to the other side of the river, known today as Ikwerre land, and founded the following towns. Ikpe founded Rumekpe, Elele Alimini, Rumuji, Ndele, and some parts of Iba. Awala founded Isiokpo and some parts of Iba too. Ochichi, the half-brother of Akalaka the Great, also moved to the other side of the river, known today as Ikwerre land, and founded the following towns: Elele, Omarelu, Ebeda, Alimini Isiokpo, and Iwuronha. The third son of Akalaka founded the entire remaining Ikwerre towns. So, roughly about 90% of Ikwerre land was founded by Iwuronha, Akalaka's third son, and the remaining 10% was founded by the half-brother of Akalaka, whose name is Ochichi, and sons of Ikwerre, the first son of Akalaka, which is why we always say Eli Ikwerre Botu, because we are all connected by the way of Akalaka and Akalaka's father, no matter how you trace it. Now, most persons ask, how do you know all this? Well, it is simple. Oral history and traditions, well preserved by the custodians of the culture and history. Now, as we all know, Ikwerre is divided into 4 local government areas, which are Obiakpo LGA, Emohua LGA, Ikwerre LGA, and Port Harcourt City LGA. However, these 4 local governments have within them kingdoms, a total of 7 kingdoms to be precise, and each kingdom has its overall king, popularly called the Nyenweli or Yenwe Ali, and each kingdom have within them towns, which also has its individual chiefs, also called Yenweli or Yenwale as well. Give you a typical example. I am from Obiakpo LGA, but my kingdom is Akpo Kingdom. And in Akpo Kingdom, I am from Obogoro Town. And in Obogoro Town, I could be from Anaka or Rumehinwa community. You never know.
Sure, you see am. So wetin we dey read for social media dey different from wetin the Ikwerre people dey talk. These are the oral history of the people. So for those of una where they write rubbish about other people, at least you should learn from this, so that you no go dey get problem with everybody.